Hey guys, it is Boy here and welcome back to another video, where today we are talking about the new Stranger Things trailer that at the time of recording this came up an hour ago. We're just gonna break down some things that I noticed while watching and just see what if possibly if you missed anything, and probably you didn't. So let's just get into this.
You let us in. And now, you are going to have to let us stay.
Alright, with that segment, we heard someone talking about, you let us in, so now we should stay. And I think that, it is, I don't think the Mind Flayer can talk, but it has something to do with someone working with the Mind Flayer. Someone that I know had a theory that, there's these people that are working for the Mind Flayer. Like, those people in the super cool hazmat suits and stuff. They're working for the Mind Flayer, which I thought was really, really cool. And so that could be that person talking. One thing that did confuse me about this trailer is how could the Mind Flayer be back if we saw him at the end of season 2 in the Upside Down. So I think they will show that in the show, but that just is one thing that confused me in the trailer. And another thing I did want to point out is the comments of this video are absolutely hilarious. From comments like this to comments like this. Yeah, so apparently that's a joke, but we'll get into that later. But we also saw a shot of 11 and what seems to be the Upside Down, and we have that red color scheme going on, and and it looked like she was standing in some sort of tornado thingamabobber, and well, I don't really know, but yeah, I'm really bad at analyzing things, but let's just continue.
Doesn't make sense. I closed the gate.
What if he never left? What if we locked him out here with us? He'd want to attach himself to someone again. A new host.
Alright, with this, we saw the Mind Flayer back. So we know the Mind Flayer's back, which is yay. And we saw that he's getting a new host, which what seems to look like is Billy. And in the last trailer, we saw Billy growing a rash or something on his arm, which I thought, by the trailer, which I think many people thought, was that he was the monster at the end of that trailer. And it might not be that way, because he might be the new person possessed by the Mind Flayer. So he might be up to some crazy crap, and he could possibly cause people to come and work for the Mind Flayer, but I don't know. And I did actually really like some of these, what's going on with the Goosebumps, which was in season 2, and just the overall aesthetic of this. And so let's continue.
Host.
It's building something.
No matter what happens, we have to stop him. Together. Now it's time.
Okay, with this new segment, we saw what looked to be Nancy and Jonathan. At least those are the two I noticed in hazmat suits in this blue area. It looks like a lab, but you know, the Upside Down may have gotten a new color scheme, but we never know. So they will have suits. They will be part of this. Well, of course they will, but yeah. and we saw a shot of what looks like the person from the other trailer of the person in the funhouse with the gun. And he was behind a Hawkins Police Department car, which looks like Hopper's. And we know that that is not Hopper, so maybe he stole it, maybe he is an officer, or maybe he's pretending to be an officer. But he's detecting something. And we have another shot of 11 on the beach, and in the distance we saw the red thunderclouds, and it was swirling in the real world. So maybe that's what 11 was standing in the earlier shot. And we see Billy, what looks to be Billy, with the big spooky monster dude. And that looks like in the same area as that Billy was standing in earlier. So maybe this could be when he's getting possessed, or maybe he could have called that creature to come here when he was possessed. But we're gonna have to wait to find out.
We are going to end you. We are going to end your friends. And we are going to end everyone.
Alright, with this new scene, the bad guys, they're gonna kill some people. That's their plan. To kill a bunch of people and possibly take over the world. Now, I don't know if this little girl on the Ferris wheel is any importance. What I was just thinking is if that's a flashback with Hopper and Sarah and his wife. But that's probably not what it is, because the fair, of what I know, was just built that year. So I could be wrong.
Our kids are in danger.
We need to end this. I can fight.
Better than any of us. But I need you safe. What the?
Okay, with this one, I accidentally cut it off a bit earlier, but the trees were falling down and stuff, and the kids, they're in danger as always, because that's what happens in this universe. And there's a nice little Hopper L moment, or Jane, I guess. And then they pull, Steve and Dustin pull out this green looking goo thing. Now, I don't really know what that is. I don't think many people know what that is, but maybe it could be a thing that causes people to be with the Mind Flayer, and it, like, goes into them, like how there's been the slugs inside of Will, and that causes them to connect to the Mind Flayer, and that's a big reach. I could be 110 billion% wrong with that, which most of the things I'm saying are probably going to be wrong, because the Duffer Brothers are very creative, and yeah. But that also gets me thinking, is what would happen with the Demodog they stuffed in Joyce's freezer? Huh. I don't really know.
I need you to trust me.
So another amazing part in this trailer was we saw that this blue laser thing, which I don't know what that does. Maybe that is opening the portal, and people somehow opened the portal to the Upside Down, which I don't know why that would happen. Or that could be something different, which it probably will be. And then we have a overhead, or not an overhead shot, sorry, but a shot of what looks to be Dustin and Mike. Is it Mike? What looks to be Dustin and Lucas's younger sister. I'm sorry, I forgot her name, but she's awesome and hilarious, with these helicopters flying over. Honestly, I love this shot. I think it's gorgeous. And and possibly a prediction that I have is what looks like in the other trailers, pointed out by a YouTuber, that Dustin looks very lonely and abandoned, and because Max and Lucas are together, and he just feels really lonely. So maybe Lucas's younger sister and Dustin could become good friends, which I'm hoping for, because they're sitting there together at this telescope thing. So that could possibly be it. And we have some really cool action shots with Hopper, who is amazing. And the monster face jaw thing that looks like a xenomorph on Nancy, and that was terrifying. And a really cool shot of Eleven trying to keep back whatever this monster is, and it looks like it can stretch its arms very, very well. Or it's just that big, and that's how big their arms are usually. Or it could be a really small thing with ginormous arms, just dragging around, walking casually, but that's still cute.
Holy mother of God.
This is a code red!
With the most ominous part of this trailer, we see all of the lights in the mall go out, and we see what looks like a few of the kids outside and a few of them inside, which could be at the same time, and then what sounds like Dustin on the radio saying code red or something, and then we see the monster arm grab onto the radio and crash it. And then title card of Stranger Things 3. Oh, and I remembered, Lucas's younger sister's name is Erica Sinclair. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. And anyone listening to this probably thinks I'm very cringy. And I am. But thank you all so much for listening, and just, I hope you're hyped for Stranger Things 3. Just have a great day, everyone. Bye!